Me. Alright, so.
There.
It's the actual video.
There we go.
Alright, hold
Hi guys. Welcome to our live. Today's topic, as you can see, is how to stay in alignment with your true self.
on. Okay.
While Quan gets this set up, we're just going to let some people come in and then we'll start.
Come on in. Share. Invite others. I did this. I think I can only share the let's see if it's on my actual page. No. Anyone? Arthur. What's up, Arthur? I promise you we're paying attention. We're just trying to make sure everyone have access to this video.
Hi, Arthur. Yes. So let's click here. We're just waiting for some more people to join us and then we're going to start.
Ah. Want to see if it comes up?
Mm-hmm.
I might have to just share the replay.
Okay, here's a little different.
Yeah.
Hi, Nadia.
So, Nadia, what's going on? Share the video.
Yes.
We're going to start momentarily. I have an awesome topic for you guys.
How's everybody's New Year?
We got one person up here.
Hi, Stacy.
She's a regular.
You guys, New Year's was good? Hi, Shanshan. Thanks for joining, guys. Yes. It's a little different because we're usually on Tuesdays.
Right.
But we just had a conflicting schedule, so we made it work for Wednesday. So today's topic, we're talking about how to stay in alignment.
Look at my grandmother.
Oh, so she can see.
She
So your page can see.
Maybe, but I told them to go on your page, so I don't know.
Oh, I think.
Nana, are you on my page or are you on Marisol's page? I'm trying to figure something out.
Hey. We're trying to make sure that when you tag a person in, you can see the live stream.
Right.
Even if you guys share it on your pages, that it's still showing live.
Right, we want
It's
everyone to see
showing
it.
the
Either way, like I'm definitely gonna, share the replay, but I want to make sure people are able to see it right now in the moment, so we can be, so we can all engage.
Yes, definitely.
See, she's
Oh, she's
your
on my
page.
page.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We gotta figure that out.
Well, can you share it now?
I don't think so. Nope, I can't because
Share it from my page and share it to yours.
that was smart.
Smart.
Let me see.
Sorry, guys.
I didn't think about that.
So our topic tonight is how to stay in alignment with your true self, your higher self. And this was just funny. This came about because we're always having these conversations that are so deep and profound and just discovering different things that could be helpful to us to really, really, truly like live the life that we want to live and manifest the things that we want. And we just came up with some tips that we want to share with you guys that can help you stay in alignment, stay on course with your true self.
Yeah.
And with your purpose and figuring that out while you're going along.
Because we all have purpose. God has created all of us with purpose, and you know what I mean? And I believe that's our true self, being who we are, who God created us to be. And I think a lot of times, people are afraid to say, how do I want to say this? Like, I'm afraid of being their true self, Sometimes we look for God to do everything, when God is saying, look, I gave you a mind, I gave you these passions, I gave you these dreams. It's okay to create them, to walk into them, to create a plan, to actually go in, and to do what God has already gifted you to do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Your thoughts and your creativity. I believe they all come from God. And sometimes we want God to just make us do something. We're not robots. You know what I mean? Like sometimes God is waiting on us to make that first step. You know what I mean? You always want to be prayerful. You always want God's direction and guidance. But sometimes, I believe He's gifted with or given us the tools to do what we are purposed to do.
Yes,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
People are afraid to be who God created you to be.
Exactly.
It's okay.
And everything is up here in our mind. We have so much power, guys.
So much power.
So much power, and we don't utilize that power.
Right.
So that's why today we're going to go over some things that can help you get your power back and remember that you have power and that you are the creator of your reality and that you have everything that you need to do that.
Yeah.
So the first things we want to talk about is intuition. I was going to say visualization. I want to jump right into it. Intuition. So we all have the power with our intuition, right?
Yeah.
So, a lot of times we go through life and we get these gut instincts that tell us like, oh, I shouldn't be in this relationship, or I shouldn't be at this job, or I shouldn't have this friendship, or I shouldn't go to this place right now.
Right.
And a lot of times we don't listen to that inner voice or that inner gut feeling. And that's our intuition.
Yeah.
And it leads us down a different path. So there's so many paths. There's infinite paths. And you are just creating this like stem as you go through life.
Right.
And sometimes we make our little path a little more difficult or longer or whatever that we're trying to do just by not listening to that inner guide.
And being afraid, to trust ourselves, you know what I mean? And to go down the path that we know is right for us and that's the better decision, you know what I mean? But because we're fearful of the outcome of doing what we feel is the right thing to do, like sometimes we'll detour and go another way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it throws us off track and causes us to be unbalanced and, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or sometimes we're not even fearful. We might feel the feeling of like, I need to go here, but I don't know why I need to go there. I'm not connected to that.
Right.
But, this sounds more interesting. So you just gear off into another place.
Right.
Scenic route. Yes. Lashana says scenic route. Like take the scenic route. Yeah. Everybody loves the scenic route. See all the views.
Right.
Hey, Tawana.
What's up, Wani?
Thanks for coming.
I just sought you.
So, another thing is like with our dreams.
Yeah.
Dreams and signs that we get throughout our day, whether it's like numbers on a TV or a clock in the car while you're driving, or like just any little sign, you're like, wait a minute.
Right.
That feeling like, wait a minute, that was like confirmation, or that was a sign. You could just tell because you just know it within your gut that's a sign.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the dreams because that is a huge thing. Like a lot of people, some people don't dream or they don't remember their dreams, or sometimes you do get dreams and they have meaning to them because it's like basically coming from your subconscious mind.
Yeah, and I notice a lot of people like don't dream. That kind of concerns me. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, what do you want in life? You know what I mean? Like you gotta start somewhere. Like you just gotta be more that you want. And I know everyone's not okay with just working their 9 to 5 and that's it. You know what I mean? Like you gotta want more out of life, and I believe there's so much to tap into that we're not even aware of.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But because we're scared to step out of our comfort zone, or we're afraid to dream and to think bigger than where we are right now, it kind of holds us back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It kind of makes us stumble. So we're encouraging you guys to dream. And I believe we all have it. We all have a dream within us. Some of us has, maybe swept it under the carpet or something, or maybe didn't, put much thought on it. But there's something, that I believe God has placed on your heart that you deeply want to do. And dream doesn't always mean I'm dreaming of this like grand career or something, or this
I'm
this
talking
car.
about dreams when you actually go to sleep.
Right.
And you wake up and you're like, wow, that dream, like I remember certain parts to this dream, but what does that mean?
Right.
You know, why am I running up a tree, or why am I flying in this dream, or why is there lions all around me? Like sometimes our dreams give us some kind of meaningful clue or some kind of sign,
right.
Just based off our subconscious mind that we
Yeah.
don't really tap into often.
Word.
But yeah, dreaming, signs, pay attention. Don't ignore those things. Those help you stay in alignment, because it's like little guides that help you just on the course of your life to just put you in a direction.
Right. And sometimes we're too busy with, you know, things that we got going on, and that we sometimes don't pay attention to these signs. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I agree with you 100%. You know, be aware of those things.
And then, and the next tip, we were going to talk about setting your intentions.
Yeah.
So, I believe when you are embarking on something new, or just in your life, you know, daily, just setting a clear intention on what it is that you want, and what is it that you want to achieve in your life, right? Shut up.
When these things go off, she just
they're like
completely
distractions,
loses.
you know, like little butterflies.
We gotta get. She wants to make sure that you guys are not overlooked. That she say hi to every last one of you that tune in, that share. We're gonna get.
Because I could be talking. I'm the person that I'm talking outside somewhere, and a butterfly comes by, and I'll be like, still trying to talk and lose my train of thought. But yeah, setting your intentions. Just being intentional about everything that you want. Being intentional about even your thoughts. Being intentional about the people that you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
The places that you go.
Yeah.
Everything. Like, you just have to live an intentional life, and that's how you really do create the pathway that you really want to go towards. What do you think about setting intentions?
I agree, and I think like just setting, you know, the space that you want to operate in. You know what I mean? From the people that you want to in your circle, and, you know, places you go. You know what I mean? I think you have to be mindful of all of that. You know what I mean? I think it all should tie into, you know, who you are and what you're trying to do. You know. Connecting with people with maybe like-minded visions and core values and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I remember this quote that someone said, I don't know if Tyler Perry said it or Oprah, says the power of your outcome lies in your intentions.
Yeah.
So based on what you intend to do, like, you can have a very impactful outcome.
Right.
Just based on that. Whether your intentions are good or that they're set to harm somebody, or wherever it's coming from in your heart, just know that it's powerful, and you are going to create some kind of impact, whether good or bad.
Right.
So that's why it's good to be intentional and set it in a more positive sense.
Yeah, and have pure motives.
Pure motives, exactly.
Because it affects your outcome. Absolutely.
Thanks for all of you guys that are just tuning in. Our topic today, we're talking about how to stay in alignment with your true self, your higher self.
Your higher self, yeah.
Hi, how are you, cousin? And we just went over talking about intuition, dreams, and setting your intentions.
Yeah.
And now I want to shift over to claiming your power.
Yeah.
That is huge, right?
That is powerful. What is our power?
Like, what is our power? Our power is being able to
make decisions.
Yeah. Exactly. So if you are giving your power away, you're allowing a lot of negative entities to come into your space.
Yeah.
So it's really going out of alignment with your true self, right?
Yeah.
If you are in a relationship with somebody who is very unhealthy and they're not really taking care of themselves, or they're not taking care of you in a positive way, meaning like they're just not supporting you in a loving, caring way.
Right.
It's not really a healthy relationship or a healthy exchange.
Being
of love.
negative. You know.
Abusive, verbally. Talking down on each other, or whatever that is. If you stay in something like that, that's giving your power away to that situation.
Right.
And knowing that, you know, this is not the best relationship. I know I'm not supposed to be in this relationship, but I'm going to be in it anyway. That's just conjuring up more of that negative energy and negative vibe that you really don't want. It's like a vibration of like you're not loving yourself and you're not caring about, you know, your relationships. And overall, it's just going to continuously make you feel hurt and lower you even more.
Yeah. and hinder you.
From growing.
From growing, and, being your best self and being what God has called you to do or be, because now you're like focused on all the wrong things. Your focus is off, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, definitely want to be mindful of that and be aware of your power.
Yeah.
So
we're talking about even exchange and sex, like having sexual encounters or with partners and stuff that, deep down inside, like I don't really want to be sexually active with this person,
right.
or I had a relationship with them, but now they came back around,
right.
and I'm really trying to get away from that relationship, but you feel a sense of like, oh, let me just make this person feel good,
right.
And it's like it's not even you.
Something you want to do.
Yeah, it's not something you want to do. It's just for the other person.
Yeah.
So that's another way of giving your power away. And through sex, a lot of stuff gets transferred back and forth.
Soul ties.
And we talked about soul ties. You want to go in on that a little bit? Because you did touch up on it one time.
Well, I think sex is deeper than what people, think it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think with soul ties, you become... People think that, when you get married, you become one. But even when you're sexually involved with someone, you take on their spirit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And sometimes you question yourself, like, why do I feel this way? Why can't I shake this? Or, you know what I mean? It could be like some type of stronghold that they have on you that you're not even aware of. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's why you have that. That's why you have to be aware of your power, and and not giving yourself away to certain people that probably don't deserve you in that way. You know what I mean? Like when you wanted to wait, you didn't. You just did it anyway. You know what I mean?
It's not harmonious. It's not with love,
right.
So it's not gonna feel right.
Right.
And soul ties are not just through sex. It could be just mental.
That's
stuff,
true too. That is true
People
too.
Can make you feel very less of yourself.
Yeah.
And not deserving, and that's just a reflection of you feeling of your own self.
And just losing when you're losing yourself in a relationship, that's a big sign that you need to, you know what I mean? Like you're not even thinking about yourself anymore. You're thinking about this person, what they might think, am I good enough for them or blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, it just has you all messed up.
Yeah, so that's why you got to get that power back and say, you know what, I'm more than enough.
Exactly. I have value. My life has meaning. If I don't want to do this, I feel like this is not the right person, the right time.
Just say no.
I can say no. I have that power to say no and to control what I allow in my space and who I allow in my space. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So don't give your power away. You know what I mean? Don't allow the enemy to use people to defeat you. You know what I mean? And have you feeling right, and have you feeling less than who you are. You know what I mean?
Less valuable.
Yeah. So be mindful.
It doesn't matter how they feel. So if you don't want to do something, you just say no.
That's what I said last week.
More about you.
Your well-being. This is for your well-being. You know what I mean? And sometimes you have to be selfish. You have to say no. And don't even have to explain yourself. If it's something you don't want to do, you don't have to do it. You know what I mean? So
you have that power.
Yeah.
And not only that, with claiming your power, we also have energy vampires that we touched on before. And it's like one of those cases where you have someone who just feeds off of your energy when you are in a weak state.
Yeah.
When you're just vibrating low, you're just feeling low self-worth. You're just like, whatever, and just not really caring about yourself. So a lot of times, energy vampires love that. They feed off of that.
Right. People think, they feed off of you when you're strong and stuff like that. But I like what you said, like
they
being
feed off of you
weak.
when you're weak.
Why is that?
So when you get to a higher, powerful position for yourself, when you're looking at yourself with more love and like, no, I got this, I could do this, and you start owning that power and setting boundaries and really just walking in that light, that's when, sometimes those energy vampires, they go away because they feel like they can't really use you or manipulate you like they did previously because you were in a weak state. Now you're in a powerful state and you're owning your power and you have a voice now. So now they're like, damn, I can't use her no more. Or I can't use him no more. So that's why it's always good to just know that and to not allow people to take control over you.
Yeah. And it's so draining. You know what I mean? It just drains your energy. It just sucks the life out of you. You know what I mean? That's what vampires do. They just steal your joy. They steal your peace. Everything.
Everything.
everything, and leave you just feeling so empty. You know what I mean?
And that's because you agreed to it.
Yeah.
So it's not always like you can't just blame that person or whatever that negative energy is or whoever it is. You agreed to it. So that's why we're saying you have the power to not even be a part of that situation.
Right.
You have the power to walk away. You have the power to say no. You have the power to clear your space.
When people are coming at you with negativity and gossip and stuff, you can either choose to listen to it. You can choose to say, like, look, I'm not receiving that. You know, when people are speaking negative things about you and over you, you have the power to say, you know, I don't receive that, and you can't say that to me. You know what I mean? Because words take on life, you know, and they manifest, you know. And if we're in a process where we're trying to speak things and positive things and speak our dreams and stuff like that to come true, like, we don't want to taint that with negative words and vibes and energy and stuff like that. So we have that power to say, you know what, I'm not about to receive that. I'm not going there with you, or, you know, or to not answer the phone call.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like when they call.
Ignore or block.
Exactly. So.
Exactly. Yeah, Tawana says soul ties, and Shonda says tell them. She says yes.
Word.
Yes, Shanshan. And Tawana says reclaiming my time.
Come on here.
Yes, gotta reclaim your time. You don't get much time.
Right.
And Sean says, can you explain how? We agree. Can you explain how what?
Maybe
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not
Put
sure.
it up there, Sean. Can you explain how? We want to know what do you mean by that.
In the call, if you put negative out to the universe, you're gonna get negativity back. So true. What's up, Nicole? My people's are up here.
Yeah.
That is so true. If you put negativity out in the universe, you're going to get it back. Yeah. So you want to be mindful of the energy that you put out there. You know what I mean? Yeah, because you do get that back. You know what I mean? I do believe in karma, or you reap what you sow and all that.
It's kind of like our conversation earlier when we were talking about, like, the world is a reflection of us. Like, every person is a reflection of us.
Right. Right.
So that's why we were trying to come to this place of, like, just unity.
Yeah.
And just seeing every person as yourself. And if you love that person, you love yourself. If you hate that person, you hate yourself. You know, so it's always good to be in alignment with having love and knowing that love is the solution and the most powerful thing on earth, which is love. That breaks all
Exactly. Because we want to see change in the world, but we don't want to look within ourselves. You know what I mean? We don't want to start with ourselves. And we're healers, you know what I mean? Like you were saying that earlier. You know, like we heal people. You know, like when we try to encourage you guys and we trying to put some wisdom out there or whatever helped us, you know, we're healing and empowering each other. You know what I mean? And that's a powerful thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like you said, is a reflection of ourselves. You know what I mean? So if you know someone that's always negative, always talking about someone, that's how they feel about themselves. Right?
Yeah.
So
that's it.
Be mindful of the energy you put out there. We do come back.
Sean said, you said we agreed to the problem or person. Paraphrasing, I think. I get it. The mirror effect, though. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I see what she's saying. So when I was talking about how we, the only way that energy vampire would ever have control or power over you is if you agree to it.
Yeah.
So that's what we're saying. Like, in order for you to get your power, to claim your power, you don't agree to certain things like that. The only way that you give your power away is if you agree. Like,
allow it.
I'm going to play this with you.
Right.
I'm going to be a part of this.
Yeah.
Oh, she said I'm mad late. I think sometimes it's a little delay with the timing of stuff. So it might show up on the screen, like your comments might show up on the screen, but we probably got it like a few seconds later. Nicole says, the hardest thing is when a family member is the negative one.
Come
and
on,
you have to limit your interactions.
That's true.
So you don't feel depleted. Okay, we could talk about this.
Exactly, because we've been talking about this.
We've been talking about this forever, right?
Exactly.
And my sister and I had this conversation too. So it's like everyone has somebody in their family that is like basically like that energy vampire.
Yeah. That
person that is just, constantly in the state of like warfare in their mind, right? And they want everyone to feel that opposition, and constantly, talking or gossiping about other people and making people feel down. So I don't know if you have that family member, like if you talk to them, you want to just check up on them, see how they're doing, and they kind of turn the conversation to a whole negative situation because for some reason you're just feeling too good. You're just in a really good mood.
You're too happy.
And it's not resonating with them. It's like, no, she can't be in a good mood or he can't be in a good mood. And somehow that conversation goes into a whole negative situation.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you're feeling hurt by something that person said because you're not agreeing with them being negative or going along with their negative outlook on life, and you're trying to speak to them in a way that, maybe you should look at it from this point, or have a more loving and caring approach for this, or maybe sleep on it for a while. But none of your good advice or advice might help the person because they're just stuck in their negative thinking that they can't even see positivity when it's put in their face, or someone caring about them because they just can't recognize it no more.
That's true.
So it is true. Sometimes you do have to block your family members out. You do.
For your own well-being and for your sanity.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, whatever it takes, you know what I mean? Because with family, sometimes I think it's tough, you know what I mean? Because family knows your weakness. You know what I mean? They know your boiling points, you know what I mean? And sometimes they try to antagonize you, you know what I mean? And just try to, I don't know, they feel like they can say and do whatever because they are family, and then maybe, they'll forgive me or they'll come back around or whatever because we're family. Like, they can't say mad at me for too long. But that doesn't make it right, you know what I mean? And you don't have to accept that type of behavior. So, and there's a way to do it, and I think everything should be done in love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, sometimes you just have to send people on their way with prayer and just like, you know what I mean? Because you don't want that bitterness in your heart. You don't want any type of hate or whatever.
No.
So you just
always keep compassion.
Yeah.
Always have compassion for people, even though they may not, be at the same conscious level as you, to really look at a situation and say like, well, that wasn't such a bad thing. Like, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Right.
Some people can't look inside themselves and say, you know what, maybe I could have done better with that.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yep.
Sometimes they don't, and it's true. Like, it might be hard to really imagine that, but it's true. Some people don't have that capability, or they do have the capability, but they just don't know how to reach it.
Right. You just gotta pray for them and
pray for them. Keep love in your heart, and just keep your distance if you have to.
And hope that your life will maybe inspire them to do a little better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your love for yourself will encourage them or inspire them to kind of love themselves and love you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta heal yourself first before you can do anything externally outside of yourself.
That was good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thanks, Nicole.
You pulled something out of us.
Yes.
Something that we already been talking about that definitely needs to be said.
Nana.
What'd you say?
Sorry, Nana. Tawana says, absolutely, self-care is the best care. Sometimes letting go of people who have those influences will realize how much you had an impact in their life.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think that was one of our things, integrity plus intentions equal impact.
Yeah.
Like knowing that you do have impact and your intentions are impactful.
Yeah, that's true.
Powerful.
Yeah. Got another one?
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say something when she was saying letting go of people. No, that's true. Because it goes along with, because I was trying to think of not being judgmental towards people during that time.
Yeah.
Because, just even when I was just talking, it just sounded judgmental towards the person who wasn't able to receive love or receive like positivity or receive a good word from someone.
Yeah.
To not judge them for that, but to look at them with love and compassion and just still know for yourself to just step back and just have more discretion of who you allow in your circle and what things you choose to spend your energy on.
Yeah.
So
everyone's on different levels.
Yeah, everyone's at a different level, in their mind. It just, have different beliefs, different perceptions of things, and what can we do about it? We only can work on us.
That's all. We're responsible for ourselves and our own actions. You know.
And so that brings us over to power of visualization,
Yes.
which is a tough word to say.
Visualization.
Visualization.
Word.
We're clowns.
But it's powerful. Power of
Visualization. You just want me to say it again.
visualization.
Yeah. So, you know, I was looking up on like, you know, visualization and like the power of that, and, you know, different ways that we can improve to help our thought patterns and stuff like that, like to make a better positive experience mentally.
Yeah.
And it's just, one
Changing
thing
our
is
focus.
like, switching our focus and knowing that we could create peace in an instant if we're in a non-peaceful environment. Or if we are in a high, stressful, anxiety situation that just in an instant we can change that just with the power of our mind of visualizing peace or visualizing things that promote peace and everything. Like,
And we don't realize that, you know what I mean? Like, we would rather just focus on all the wrong things, you know what I mean? When we have the power to kind of change it or shift in our mind, you know what I mean? And create the... create what?
we can create a whole freaking world in our mind.
Exactly.
And
we don't have to stay there is what I'm saying.
No, we don't have to stay there, but just putting that in there could just a little shift
Yeah.
of a thought or perception, and not holding on to whatever that feeling is that's not in alignment with who we are trying to be or walk or go towards. Like if you want to stay mad at somebody, like you can turn that off. Like, okay, I see what happened. All right, I'm gonna let that go. You choosing to hold on to that in your heart and let it just over days just sit there, and it's like for what? You can let it go.
Let it go. Just
Right
easy.
then and there.
Mm-hmm.
Choose to love, forgive, and just move on
Yeah.
from it. So that's where we hold ourselves back. A lot of times we hold on to stuff. We keep ourselves in very toxic environments, and think that we could just fight, just fight with ourselves, and not really looking that we do have the power to do that. Observe. Oh, yeah.
Why you gotta bust out laughing, yo? I'm trying to help you on the love. You feel me?
Because I was like, observe. I read what Shauna said, and I just totally lost my
Right,
train of thought.
exactly.
And Quan was telling me to stop doing that because that's what happens. I lose my train of thought.
She'll be like, and because the power of the observe.
Observe.
No,
Yes.
that's true. We can create. We just gotta shift our focus. Is what we're saying.
Yes,
You know
definitely.
what I mean? Don't dwell on the negativity. Create the peace and the happiness that you want now. You don't have to wait 5 years to, have the life that you want, or as far as mentally, you know what I mean? Like, you can start changing things in your mind now, you know what I mean? And just, and start practicing it, you know what I mean? Like, it takes time, but, you fill your mind dwelling on something that you know is just not good for you. Just shift your thinking,
Yes.
Power of the mind.
The power of your mind is huge.
It
Everything
is.
starts and ends there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Shonda says, don't hold on to it. Just observe and let go.
Right.
Yes. Just observe and let go.
Word.
I love that.
Absolutely. Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. I feel like we need some
Right.
something here. No music.
Right.
Just
It's
us
all
talking
quiet.
to two devices.
Right. But they're engaging, so this is dope.
Yes.
We got another comment.
Laquita. Hello, Quick.
Is that Quick Quick?
Yes.
You said she don't like that.
She doesn't.
You just gotta call her Quick Quick online.
Quick.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, our topic was how to stay in alignment with your true self. And we went over talking about intuition. Is trying to reconnect. Here we go. We're back.
One,
Dreams.
3, 2, 1.
Setting your intentions. Claiming your power. Let It Go Ministries.
Word, look at Nate. What up, Nate? That's my guy.
Power of visualization.
Yeah.
And just assessing, like, where you at consciously.
Yeah.
Like, what are you believing? What beliefs are you believing? Is it from your family?
Yeah.
Like, you know, really question that stuff. Really figure it out. Like, is it lies that, you know, doesn't pass down for generations?
Right.
Why do you feel like you haven't, you know, succeeded to where you wanted to be in life?
Right.
What were some of those things that were limiting you?
Yeah.
Start to figure it out so that you can really make sense of your pathway and why you're going in the way, the direction that you're going.
Right.
And what you're believing, the reason why you're just going in that direction, because someone told you that that was the direction you should go, or what? Like,
right. That's true. She gonna get you. She said don't call her.
oh. But what do you guys think? Like, what are some things that you can start doing right now to make some shifts happen in your life that could put you right where you want to be in that instant?
Right. Yeah, talk to us. Let us know. How do you? Where are you guys? Right, where are you guys at right now, as far as mentally? You know what I mean? Is this making sense to you guys? Like, give us some feedback, like what you're getting out of it. Mm-hmm. So we want to make sure we're being as clear as possible.
I know, yeah.
You know, but these are tools that are really helping us. You know, we're not just sharing things that we just randomly found on the internet. Like, we're actually living these things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Changing our mindset and just being aware of our conscious and our mind and, you know, what we're thinking, you know what I mean? What we want in life. We're being intentional and, yeah. So, let us know what you're thinking. Nate said he's enjoying the both of us.
Oh, Nate, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Word. Share this if you
Hi, Freddie. Thanks for tuning in.
Word. So, time to act. Exactly.
Yep.
Word.
Time to put action into it.
Yep. Nate says surrounding myself with more positive folks in 2018. Exactly.
Yes.
No negativity, you know, negative energy and negative people, energy suckers.
He said it makes the world of difference in your life. Definitely.
And Freddie said just concentrate
if what you want, on what you want, no excuses.
With no excuses, exactly.
Freddie is a guy that he just sets his intentions and he goes for it. He does it.
Right.
Very creative person.
Yeah.
Talented. Choreographer and dancer.
Oh, that's what's up.
And he's a host. He's strong, yes, definitely. You have to make no excuses for yourself. You just have to go towards whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Right.
And stay in alignment with your true self. Anything outside of that is just going to hinder you from really growing forward.
Yeah.
Life coach says, "Hi guys." Hi. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Yeah, so our topic was how to stay in alignment with your true self.
Your true self, your higher self.
Your higher self.
The purpose self, the self that God created. You know?
So what are some things you guys could just put up that will be like something positive that you can give to someone right now?
Yes. Let us know. Because that's what we're about, spreading positivity. Mm-hmm. Don't all do it at the same time.
Give us some positive feedback. So. Yeah. We want to hear what you got going on for this year. Like, what are some things you want to see happen in your life? What are some changes?
Yeah.
How are you going to get there?
Yeah. And we're talking about, again, how to stay in alignment with your higher self. Now, if you want to, the opposite of that is what's going to hinder you.
Yeah. It's really going to keep
Did that make sense?
No, it's true.
I'm like, wait, what is that?
Life coach Valerie says, be thankful for your health. Yes.
Out of alignment, that's what I was going to say. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Health is very important.
Yes.
And you have to be thankful for it. You have to take care of yourself so that you can stay healthy.
Word.
So thank you for that.
That is very key.
A great reminder.
Yes. No need to try to, live your best life and be unhealthy and forget about, neglect your health and something you definitely want.
Nathaniel says, more empathy towards people, understanding their situation at hand so that you know how to pray for them. So important. Most people are quick to judge. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Word.
Be just non-judgmental.
Yeah.
And just lead with your heart and love and compassion for folks.
Word.
Because like I said earlier, we're all reflections
That's
of each
what I was
other.
just about to say. Yep.
And we're all broken in some capacity where it's something that we need to heal from.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look inside yourself, just start with you.
Right.
Heal yourself. Start healing. The healing process for you.
Yeah.
And that's how you heal the world, is when you start healing yourself.
That's right.
You heal yourself, somebody sees you healing yourself, they heal themselves, and it just keeps going.
Exactly. So true.
So thank you for that.
What else? Anything else? Did we finish our next point?
Yeah.
We did?
That was the power of visualization.
All right.
And then we were
And we
coming
said
to a conclusion, and
Yeah.
we talked about, creating who we want to be and how we want to live and the things that we want to feel with just this one shift of a thought,
Yeah.
a mindset shift. That's all it is.
Yep.
And just
You're one shift away from being your best self.
Oh, I love that. One shift
away. You know what I mean? From being your best self. So let's just right now change our mindset. Maybe you had some negative thoughts about yourself. Maybe you felt like, okay, I can't do this, or this will never happen because of this, or whatever, or this person said that, and maybe you started to believe whatever people was, speaking over you, whether it was your mom, your dad, close friend, whoever, block that out of your mind, and let's shift our mind now. And sometimes you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, I will be all that God has created me to be. I will be my best self. I will be the opposite of what these negative people said about me. Maybe you didn't finish school. It's not too late. Maybe you just got fired from a job or something. It is not too late for you to dream again, to live again, to try again. You know what I mean? Like, just shift your thinking, you know what I mean? And just be positive, and just be hopeful. You know what I mean? Because it's not the end of it. As long as you're still breathing and you're living right now, you have purpose. And there's still hope in your future. So surround yourself with like-minded people. Like Nate was saying, no negative people. And just shift your way of thinking. Sometimes I have to do that multiple times in the day. You know what I mean? Because the enemy plays with my mind and have me thinking what if this happens? Or I was telling her so the other day, I was watching a T.D. Jakes sermon, and the enemy will have you where you can't even appreciate the blessed season that you're in right now. You don't even realize how far you've come and how great and faithful God has been, because you already worrying about tomorrow or the future. You can't even appreciate where you already come from. You know what I mean? And the enemy will have it so we can't appreciate the blessings that God has, put in our lives. You know what I mean? And because we're worrying about, okay, well, how long is this going to last? Or, I got the job, but I'm probably going to get fired. Maybe am I going to be able to, handle the task? You know what I mean? Am I going to be able to complete the job? Or, you know what I mean? Just thinking the worst sometimes. You know what I mean? We can't even enjoy the blessing. You know what I mean? So take a moment to just appreciate where you are right now and what you have. It may not even feel like much. You know what I mean? But we have so much to be grateful for. We have so much inside of us that we're not even aware of, that God wants to use to not only bless you, but to bless others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just a matter of tapping into that. You know what I mean? So, like we said, be conscious, be aware, be prayerful. Don't ever be too busy when you can't really hear from God, or just hear when God is showing us things. Like we were saying, dreams and visions and stuff like that. You don't ever want to be too clouded when you can't really focus on what's in front of you. So
just take a moment to do that.
Yeah.
Daily. Like this is a daily thing.
Yeah.
That is so true. I really like that you brought that up because
Thank you.
somebody needs to hear that.
Yeah, and this is how I talk to myself every day. You know what I mean? Like, you are not supposed to think like that. You know what I mean? Like, change your way of thinking.
Change it. And Nathaniel says some people are used
Just call him Nate.
to the worst. Nate. Some people are used to the worst that they're blind to the blessings
That's
of
true.
God.
That's true.
Yeah. Sometimes you are used to
we were
bad
talking about
things.
that the other day too.
Yeah, you're used to everything, and sometimes when you get something good in your life, or that's opposite of what you've known all your life, you don't trust it. You're like, what the heck is this? What's going on? Why am I getting this?
Right.
This not gonna last long, so I'm not gonna really put any focus on that. You just don't believe in it because it's not something you're comfortable with or that you're used to. You're used to failure. You're used to people giving up on you. You're used to people treating you like crap or not believing in you. So you have someone that believes in you, loves you, and say they love you, and show you that they love you and they care about you, and you're just like, how long is this gonna last? I don't believe this person.
Right. You can't even take it all in.
You can't take it all in. Can't even appreciate it.
Right. But let this be the day.
Let this be the day
that we stop thinking like that, and that we stop not appreciating where we are and what God is doing. You know what I mean? And know that even if you're used to the worst, better is coming. You know what I mean? Even if because it can always be worse. You know what I mean? Someone got worse than you, or you know what I mean. But just be open. You know what I mean, to where God want to take you, because God did not place any of us here to deal with hurt and trauma and bad relationships, and that's it. You know what I mean?
A whole lifetime.
No, like, so that's why sometimes when God blesses, it's just like, wow, like, we don't even know how to receive it, like, but this is, it's for you. You know what I mean? All of that we've gone through.
You deserve it.
Exactly. All that we've gone through and all that you endured, you do deserve it.
And you have to believe that in your heart.
Yep. So just prepare yourself for better. Get ready to receive it. Condition your mind to, to act or to think a certain way when you receive it. You know what I mean? And to take it all in and to appreciate it. Start being grateful now. Just thank God for your future. Thank God for where you're heading, because better days are ahead.
And live in the moment, because that's where you are, truthfully being your true self. Is when you're in the moment. Right now. Just stay there. And don't go too far ahead, and don't be looking so far back either. That's when that causes the anxiety. Because you have you don't know what's going to happen. Even though you can set your intentions, you can start going in that direction. Sometimes there's certain pathways that just come about, and you're like, oh, I have to detour, or I have to go this way or that way. So, just keep a positive outlook and keep moving forward.
And get ready for better.
Yes.
Keep putting in that work, and just make things happen, because we're more powerful than what we think we are, than we give ourselves credit for, We are powerful beings, We can create things and, walk in a whole new light if we allow ourselves to.
Yeah.
And let some things go. There was something you wanted to read. Did you want to read it now?
Yeah, it was something that I thought we could leave you guys with. Let me just get it. It was something I got from this article. I thought it was pretty interesting. Things that you could just say, like affirmations or something. The love that grows within begins to translate into compassion, understanding for the internal world. Love is the only weapon that truly holds power. I am no longer attached to my labels, but see myself as an ever-changing field of consciousness.
Word. That's deep.
I ultimately hold all the power to create my perception of reality. Nothing is inherently good or bad. Nothing has power over me or my reality unless I have, on some level, agreed to it. Judgment now has become discretion. Although I no longer judge people from a moral standpoint, I use discretion in what I spend my time and energy on. I am beginning to see that God lies within me. As the master inside of me begins to awaken, I realize I have held the power all along. The fear of mind control and manipulation drops away.
Powerful.
You are power.
Yes.
And love is the ultimate weapon.
That's good.
Powerful weapon.
Yes.
You don't ever look at love as a weapon, but it is. It can be used as a weapon.
Explain that.
Well, guys, get your notebooks. No, I'm joking.
It can drive out.
It could drive out
hate.
a lot of hate, a lot of self-doubt. It's just a way of unifying.
Each day is a clean slate.
Make this day great.
Word, exactly.
But use love as a weapon to just, change any situation.
Yeah.
From going into a negative place to a positive place. Just put your love sword on.
Right. Fight out all fear.
Drive it out.
Drive it out.
Yeah. So that's what we want to leave you guys with.
Yeah.
We want to leave you guys with that. And we just want to recap and just go over, what we went over today.
Yeah.
From the topic to how to keep yourself aligned
Yeah.
with your true self.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about intuition,
Yep.
trusting your gut instincts on your path and your journey through life. Realizing your dreams, that could be very meaningful. Your subconscious mind, it tells you a lot about yourself.
Right.
And recognizing the signs around you, whether it's cars or numbers or people that come out of nowhere that you don't know that might say something to you or whatever. And you can recognize those things as just a way to help you guide along your path.
Yeah.
Setting your intentions, being very intentional, live with intention.
Yeah, on purpose.
Because it's very powerful when you do that. It's like leaving your mark every day.
Yeah.
Also, we talked about claiming your power. So knowing that you hold the power in any relationship or situation, and the only way that you don't is when you agree to giving it away.
Right.
And allowing, we talked about exchange of sex and soul ties and mental abuse and abusive relationships, and also energy vampires.
Yeah.
And all that, that you will have to utilize your power in those situations to make a decision, because it's powerful when you make a decision and be clear about your intentions.
True.
And then we went on to talk about power of visualization, making sure that when you are going through your journey in life, that you do have the power to visualize exactly what you want to feel, become, be in that moment. You can just switch it just like that with a thought.
See yourself prospering. I heard a preacher say one time, you got to see it before you see it, or you never will see it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So start seeing yourself where you want to be in the next 6 months or next year or next 5 years. You know what I mean? Just visualize that thing. That's the purpose of a vision board. You know what I mean? Like, you want to see these things so they can manifest. So.
But just start where you are right now.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
Yeah.
That you, even though you, like you said, like you don't have the money or the financials or whatever it is that you feel like you are lacking. Don't focus on the lack. Focus on what you got.
Yeah.
Right now.
Right.
And just work with that.
That's the
Begin
power.
healing yourself from whatever it is, from your past, any situations that happen in your life, just life itself. Heal and work on yourself, develop yourself, because everything is going to stem from that. If you don't have a healthy mindset or knowing that you have this power, then you're always going to be shifting and weaving through life and not really feeling like you have no purpose or no direction.
You're just unstable.
Yeah. You get closer to God, because that's when you realize who God is, and when you start looking within and looking inside of your own
and
heart.
realizing how much he put in you already.
Exactly, because you can see it. You're not cluttered with negativity and toxic environments and things that you used to do, whatever, that's clouding your judgment and throwing you off alignment of your path, the purpose. So we just hope that you guys, I know there's a lot of information, but I hope you guys were able to receive some of that, and I hope that, and I pray that it all helps you in some capacity in your life, and that you too can exchange that with someone else.
Absolutely.
Love a little more, have more compassion, and less judgment, and start healing yourself, focusing on you.
And then in return, you'll be healing others. So we're a reflection
We are reflections of each other.
Of each other. So love more. Mm-hmm. Give more.
I can't not love him because that's like me not loving myself.
Exactly. So if you hating on people, that's how you feel about yourself.
You're hating yourself.
Yeah. So let's not do that.
Yeah. Let's
heal each other. Let's encourage, power, uplift. That's how you change the world. You start with yourself. Mm-hmm. You know. She said, yeah.
One self at a time.
One self at a time, right? So, what time is it? Should we pray?
Yeah.
Did you guys want to say anything?
You guys want anything to say?
Did this make
comments,
sense?
questions?
Was this helpful? Let us know. Thank you to everyone that tuned in.
Yeah, Robert and Eric, thank you for tuning in and watching.
Those who've been tuning in week after week, we appreciate you.
Yes.
And it says, glad I chose this over my TV show. Come on today. Thank you so much. Good topic for the beginning of 2018. Inspired. God bless you both. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Nate. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Much.
Your feedback means a lot, man.
Yeah.
And I just pray that God will continue to bless you, that God will continue to open up new doors for you, that you would experience things that you never even thought you would experience. You know what I mean? I pray that God just blows your mind over the next, couple months, days, year. That God would just continue to sustain you and to keep you and your family and to open up new doors. And he sings too. I just pray music doors open up, everything. Yay, it's lit. Come on.
Yes. Glad you were blessed by this.
Word.
So let's just say a quick prayer for everyone.
Yes.
And I'm also, for the next live.
It'll be on Tuesday, not Wednesday.
Yeah, it's going to be next Tuesday at 8 o'clock, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway.
You telling them already?
Oh, yeah, I thought, okay.
Sheesh.
Well, those people are tuned in know about it. So.
Right. Bless you, Nate.
All right.
Lord God, we thank you for this time. We thank you for this live. We thank you for this outlet to be able to reach people through via social media and through this live. God, we thank you for that, Lord God, because it's just another way to spread love and spread encouragement and love and light to your people, God. God, we just want to utilize our platform, Lord God, to give you glory and to be a blessing to others. Lord God, we pray that you bless each and every person, Lord God, that was tuned in today, that will watch this, even the replay, Lord God. We just pray that you would bless them, that you would inspire them and allow them to see their purpose, that they have purpose, and that they can be their best self, Lord God, if they would just trust you and follow you and search deep within themselves, Lord God, because there's something you already placed there. Allow them to recognize the dreams and the signs and the things that you're trying to show us, Lord God. Let us never be too consumed with the cares of this world or with our own things that's going on that we miss, God, our purpose and miss what you're trying to do in our life in this season, in this moment. We love you and we thank you. We pray that everyone be blessed and encouraged in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you guys. We said that at the same time. Thank you guys.
Sorry, I'm just ending this.